Hello and welcome to the Falcon, a footy podcast. I'm your host, Clarky.
I'm Cassie.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Jess.
Round 21 is in the books, and there's only 3 more rounds of football. And are we going to make finals? Are 2 of our hosts still friends? We'll find out after this music.
Hey boys, and it's footy.
Cass, Chris, you guys still friends?
Yeah. We watched the game together on Friday night.
In person.
In person. Yeah. With ex-friend of the pod.
Expert.
Jesse Munro joined us. The 3 of us went to
Awesome.
the pub.
Awesome that he's ex-friend, and I don't know the reason why, but I assume it happened at the pub.
No, it's just that he's not on the pod anymore. What I should have said is ex-pod member, not ex-friend.
No. You said what you said.
For anyone who's been listening for a while, which I'm going to assume there's no one
Might
out
just
there.
be
But
Cass.
yeah, just in case anyone would remember, there was a classic moment where Jesse described that we went and watched the footy at Beer Deluxe one weekend in Fed Square, and we asked them to change the channel over to a different game, and they couldn't because there were old people in the Foxtel room. So on Friday night, we went back to Beer Deluxe, which is no longer called Beer Deluxe. It's
Oh.
now called Good Nature Hotel, and as far as we could tell, there is no longer old people in the Foxtel room.
No, but remember when that old man came and sat right in front between us and the screen, and his hat was perched oddly on the back of his head.
Yeah, he had a hat that only covered about 20% of his head.
And he was bold that it was a beanie
Yeah.
to keep his head warm, but maybe just the back of his head.
Oh, he was just like, what's his name from Bob's Burgers?
Yeah.
Teddy.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like a little half beanie.
Yeah. But yes, we watched the game in person.
And you left early, Chris?
No, I didn't
No,
leave
no.
Didn't
early.
we stay to the end?
No, we stayed till the end. I mean, to be honest,
You knew you were going to lose.
I was happy to be shocked at halftime that the score
Right.
was level.
Right.
And then Jesse called it perfectly. He said, I think it was at 3/4 time, I'm just waiting for this to be a 40-point blowout. And that was exactly what happened.
Yeah, that
So
is
it's all his
essentially-
fault,
Yeah.
is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
That is essentially what Freo have been doing for the past 4 weeks now, and it's shocking that nobody sees it coming.
I feel like it's more that they're taking the first half to watch the other team and being like, okay, so that's what you're doing. And then coming back in the second half and just cancelling them out.
See, I'd agree with you if it weren't for the fact that Freo had opportunity.
Yeah.
There was more than enough opportunity for you guys to take a significant lead in the first half.
Yeah.
You just got to work yourselves into the game, and that's okay. Hopefully you can find yourselves just working through all of next week, resting your players as per AFL rules, and yeah.
Just leave them all in Perth, not even come
Yeah.
over to Melbourne for Saturday 1:15.
I actually think that the Peel Thunder should come and play instead. Give them a chance.
Okay.
Is Peel Thunder your
They're pretty good.
affiliate?
Yes, they
team?
are. Yeah,
Yeah.
well done. They are. And
Yeah,
they're doing pretty well as well.
I will not be a better man than you, Chris. I'm going to the Fremantle Melbourne game this week with friend of the show, Damo, and I will be leaving at halftime if this happens.
Well, you won't, because it will probably be level at halftime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no. That's even worse.
You'll be leaving
get
halfway through
sucked
the
in.
last quarter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that's when I
And
usually
then-
leave anyway to get a good train.
Old mate Sheedy's going to come out and yell at you in the stands.
Make sure you catch a
you know
DD.
what? Yeah, you know what? I'd fight him. If he tried
Because
to
you know
stop
it's
me,
just did we work out that it was just an ad for Dee?
I
Yeah.
don't think it was just an ad.
Well, that was the excuse. A likely excuse.
It was the fact
Yeah.
that he was
It
wearing an
was-
orange and white scarf at an Essendon game.
I just assumed that he got confused and thought that he was still the coach of the Giants.
There's probably
But,
that
like,
as well.
I haven't seen any footage of, where the footage we saw was the side of him at the, people watching him doing that. There was no cameras or anything, and I haven't seen an ad of the official view of him doing that, which is why I feel very unsettled about it.
Exactly. Where is this ad, Sheed?
Where is it?
Where is
is it coming on finals week?
Yeah.
You know what? I don't. We've talked about this before, but this ad campaign for Didi is one of the worst things because I'm a huge advocate of letting people fucking leave places that they go whenever they want to leave. Huge advocate for just letting people leave when they're allowed to. Just go. Sheedy coming on every other ad break and going, you're a loser if you leave the game early. You're a loser. And I'm like, nah, bro, I just want to go. You don't know.
It's a really weird flex to, isn't like the offer that they've got that it's cheaper if you leave at full time. Like I don't remember really. I should have watched it properly, but it feels like that's the angle that they're going for, and they've picked a really fucking weird way to do it.
Yeah.
Like just say that. Just be like, it's actually like, if you're worried about it being more expensive or not getting a ride, like you can stay. We'll still pick you up. It's all good. Instead of being like, you're a fucking dickhead. What are you doing?
It's aggressive.
An odd person to have as your spokesperson, Sheeds. Like 20 years ago, yeah. 2026, no.
I mean, is this just the budget that they had? Like
Maybe.
They couldn't get anyone else. They're like, do you feel like doing it? And he's like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm keen.
They're paying Sheeds like cameo dollars.
Actually, what is Sheedy paying on Cameo? Should we get
Is he on Cameo?
I don't know.
Can he do an intro?
I would
He's on
not-
Swish.
I would not trust him to be able to read a script.
Anyway, sorry, back to football. I thought this was an oddly low scoring game, obviously until the natural Freo blowout.
It was
like,
incredibly
weather
low
bad?
scoring. No, it was because we just played incredibly defensive. That was our
Right.
tactic, which, to be fair, Kane Corns has called our tactics pathetic. Bevo said after the game that it wasn't intentional. We didn't set out to play like that. That was just how the game ended up working out, that we ended up playing super defensive. But I mean, when you don't have Aaron Norton or Cody Waitman or Sam Darcy, you're not going to score goals, so you kind of just got to stop the goals.
They were just. I think I said it to you at the time, Chris. I was like, they're just kind of everywhere, like a rash. They're very rashy tonight. And then when I spoke to people after, I was like, yeah, they were flooding. They were just they were everywhere. They were flooding forward, flooding back. And when they were interviewed after the game, both Josh Tracy and Hayden Young were like, we knew what they were doing, and we knew that they couldn't sustain it. We knew that they were going to get tired, and we knew we were going to beat them. And just having that kind of confidence of being like, they can't keep doing this. They're going to get tired, and we'll win. I think is impressive from a team like that, because there was a point where Freo would be like, no, this is our gameplay and this is how we're going to play. But now it does feel a little bit like, okay, let's switch things up and let's react to how they're playing. Because they didn't in the first half, and then they kind of fixed things.
You know what's really funny is that Rory Lobb is still being booed.
I did ask.
I don't know why.
Because we couldn't hear it. We didn't have commentary or game sounds. So I asked my friend who was at the game. I was like, "How's the booing?" She was like, "Oh, for what? For who?" She was like, "I was wondering why. I was wondering why they keep booing Alex Pearce." I was like, "No, they're saying Moose."
Yeah, is there a reason why Freo still hates Rory Lobb?
Because he dared to try and go somewhere for more money. How dare he?
Yeah,
And then there was
like 8 years ago.
There was the whole thing last year when we played you guys in Perth where he put the lobster on his head, and they kind of almost made it like a little bit of a grudge match where there was a Freo supporter who was, or I think it's a Freo supporter, who was selling cans of lobster's tears or something like that. There were digs on both sides. I don't know why. It's an odd player to have a grudge match over.
Yeah. No, with all due respect to Rory Lobb, who is, let's be honest, a few bad weeks away from the VFL.
I mean, what this game did have instead was a man dressed as a hot dog behind the goals.
It was definitely, for those of us with the commentary, Jess, I don't know if you noticed this as well, but they definitely spoke like they were going to be able to get the story behind the hot dog. And
We'll find out.
they absolutely were never going to be able to find that man again.
I mean, they're the dogs, so he came dressed as a dog. I think
Hot
that
dogs.
was. I think that was it. It's either that or he's a big fan of Big Brother's
Brother.
star hot dogs and he's late night.
Well,
Good
didn't they
show.
have bananas at the Richmond game? Or what is it? I don't know.
Sorry, that's an Australian
nice-
reference. Just
Yeah, I never thought that-
Australian reference.
I never thought that the late night quiz with hot dogs would get mentioned on this podcast, but here we are.
Sorry, Jess, you just We didn't mean to interrupt. We just
We've
got
just tapped
activated like
into a-
sleeper agents.
It just
a
unlocked a
millennial
core memory. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just for Jess and anyone who may not remember, there was a Big Brother Australia contestant called Hot Dogs who had, I will say brief, but it was actually a lot longer than I thought, brush with fame, and we very genuinely had shows that were called like the late night game show with hot dogs, and there was a weird era for Australia.
Hey, when there was nothing else on at 1 a.m, that show was all right.
Yeah, because I think he was on it one year, obviously, and then came back the next year. He was such a enigma, I guess, in his own season, came back the next season to host the Up Late. I wonder if he's on Cameo. By the way, Kevin Sheedy charges $150 for Cameo.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's how much.
God.
I wonder if that's how much Diddy paid him.
What
Yeah.
Diddy paid him.
No,
I,
300. It's an ad.
Yeah, I actually think that I thought that he would have valued himself more.
He is, speaking of valuing, he's a property expert valuer. He values properties now in real estate. Evaluates.
Sorry, Jess, what were you saying about the Richmond game?
Oh, they had. I saw clips of a load of people dressed as bananas, which I was trying to figure out the correlation to Richmond, and then was like, is it just because they're yellow and black? Is that?
And the
yeah.
Eagles are yellow and blue.
Yeah, there was a lot of them. They were quite young, I think.
Maybe it's a footy trip
teenage
and they
boys.
all bought banana outfits.
I mean, anything to get on the TV, really. You know that the cameras are going to zoom in on you if you dress up like a dickhead. So if you want to do it, do it.
Maybe
I'll
it's
have a laugh.
maybe it's bun themed. Like, there's no law saying that you can't put a banana in a hot dog bun.
This is true.
I mean, they are all the same shape, so you're right.
Would you add sauce or no sauce? That's the question.
Caramel sauce.
Caramel sauce would be good. I was just thinking of like a peanut butter
Are
and
we
caramel.
copyright? Someone copyright that. It's a
Patent
food-
pending,
this is-
patent pending.
Yeah, there's a food truck idea in here somewhere. I very much worry. Is Aaron Norton back next week, Chris?
I actually don't know what's wrong with him.
Hopefully
Yeah.
not for a few weeks, because I think you've got some kind of shit games coming up, so you wouldn't really need any good players to be
Well,
coming back.
You say shit games. We have the absolute juggernaut that is Carlton at the moment coming up.
Yeah,
I'm not confident of winning at all. Then we have North Melbourne, and then we have Melbourne.
Nobody.
Nobody.
I
They're
think you're
round
actually
two.
going to buy.
I don't think you're actually playing.
Yeah, I think you guys should just stay home. So yeah, Cass, you feeling good after this one?
Well, I think, I feel like no one's saying it, but they're all kind of saying it. I think we've locked in minor premiership.
Yeah, I think I heard that.
The headlines of it, yeah.
I'm not doing that to be coy, to be like, oh my God, did we just get minor premiership? I don't know. No, I actually was like, they're kind of, people are saying it, but then they're not saying it. So,
But it's because it's
Who's not
Freo
saying it?
and nobody gives a shit. That's
Yeah.
is the whole narrative that we've been talking about all year. Where if this was anyone else, it would be like front page news. It would have been the first thing on the AFL website on Sunday night. But because it's Freo, it feels like everything's a bit muted, and they're like, "Oh yeah, they're minor premiers." Like,
we were
oh, yeah,
chatting about
that's
this in
kind of a
our
big deal.
Freo chat where people are like, yeah, they're the team to beat. They are the ones. But then at the same time, they're also like, oh, but don't get ahead of yourselves, you guys. Don't catch your chickens. And it's like, yeah, we know. We're Fremantle supporters. Don't worry. There are no chickens being counted yet. We are not
Can't even
getting ahead of it. Yeah.
The only chicken I know is Chicken Treat. I ain't never seen a real one.
Thank you for referencing Chicken Treat, Western
You're
Australia's second favourite chicken.
Yeah.
And then the other great thing that is going on is that's 18 wins, which is our record-breaking number of wins. They just, like Pendlebury, just keep breaking their record. So that's great.
Ooh,
Be very,
look at me. I'm Cassie. My team breaks records and wins lots of games. Ooh.
Do you know what? It's nice because we don't. We don't normally.
We've won the minor premiership in round 21. Ooh.
Thank you for celebrating us. That's so kind of you.
It's going to
really
be
not
grow up.
being
cool to
celebrated
see.
enough.
Super cool to see Cass's villain arc starting now. And also, it's going to be very funny that if Freo do make it to the grand final and then lose, to hear all the Fremantle supporters going, nah, it's just very Dockery of us.
Yeah.
It's just very Dockery
Yeah.
of us.
We
Like I
knew
said
it
to you-
all along.
Yeah,
Like I
I've
said to
been
you, I'm
saying it all
not-
year.
I'm not nervous about losing a grand final. I'm more nervous about like, oh, what if we win? I'm not, but I'm more scared about that possibility.
The person I feel sorry for if Freo win the grand final this year is Nat 5. They
He's
tried
got
to
2 Brownlows.
they tried to
fine.
drag his decrepit old carcass through the season last year to get him to the finals and just couldn't do it. And then the year after, they get rid of it and they're like, oh, well, we're good now. We're just going to go on a massive winning streak.
Sounds like
I
he was the
mean,
problem,
It
Chris.
sounds.
It does sound like he was the problem. You know what? I don't feel sorry for him anymore.
No, we don't need him. We
Yeah,
didn't
and
need
you
him.
know what? This was the quickest path to us having a conversation that we already had. Because, Chris, you very much said exactly in the same way a few weeks ago. You were like, who do I feel sorry for? Nat 5. And I was like, nah, fuck him.
He had his time. He tried his best.
Maybe I'll go back and listen to that episode.
No.
Now that you listen to episodes, yeah.
Yeah. Well, should we talk about the other bias game of the week, which was Gold Coast versus Melbourne? Jess and I were kind of watching the box score on this one because we were just so nervous and ended up watching the replay later. Such a back and forth all day. Like, this was an intense game. Like, it didn't feel like it was sloppy football necessarily. It was just a lot of goal for goal, which is actually quite exciting. Melbourne led at the end of the first quarter. Gold Coast led at the end of the second quarter. Melbourne back ahead by 1 point in the third, and then holding on to win it it's a lot for my big clogged heart to take.
So did you watch it or did you watch
We watched the
through?
replay.
Okay, you did go
I've
back.
actually watched it twice.
Okay, good.
Wow.
And so that's probably the most you've watched Gold Coast in the past few weeks as well, I would say.
Yeah.
Yes. They actually looked pretty strong. They had their little comeback in the third, which was, I mean, less nerve-wracking because I knew that we won. I don't think my heart could have taken it if I was watching it for real. But when I watched the score, what game was on at the same time? Was it Richmond West Coast?
It overlapped with Richmond West Coast and then Essendon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoever.
So I think
Adelaide.
when we were watching Richmond West Coast, it was in the corner of that. And I saw the difference blow out to like 11 or 12 points, which in the grand scheme of things is not much. But for me, I was thinking, oh my God, here we go. They're going on a run. And this is where we need to like stem the bleeding. And if we don't, it's going to end up being a fucking blowout again. And then we're chasing our tails for the second half. And they actually managed to do it, which was impressive. It was really, I kept thinking the whole time, this would have been a really good game to watch if I was a neutral. Like, I feel like this was just exciting, like back and forward, goal for goal, real like energetic. They were really, both of them just playing for their lives, which I guess Gold Coast are trying to prove something, not having 10 losses in a row. But I think we had more on the line because we wanted to make sure that we booked a ticket to finals.
We need
And
that
this was-
goal buffer. We need that buffer to join,
Yeah.
don't we?
Yeah. And this like really solidifies our finals campaign. Like, we might obviously rise or fall spots on the ladder, but we're definitely playing finals now because of this, which is good.
Even more upset to be playing Fremantle this week because it's kind of like we need to beat Fremantle, really.
Mhm.
Yes.
Well, as
I-
per our pact a few weeks ago, I did say one of you could beat us, and it wasn't the Bulldogs. So
It wasn't the Bulldogs. They didn't take advantage of
Um,
that policy, so maybe Melbourne. We
I
need
do
to
worry
beat
that.
it.
I do worry that if we don't win, people will say, "Well, how do you expect to win on grand final day if you can't win at the G on a regular Saturday in August?" So no, there's that.
Yeah, Melbourne need to be a top 4 side. Freo, just good for them to continue their form. Like, I think now is probably the worst time to sort of drop a game, just for sort of your mindset, because when you're just on that roll, right? And yeah, so it'll be hopefully a very good game this week. I would like to shout out Joel Fitzgerald. Had a really
Oh, fuck
prolific
yeah.
performance this week.
He was so good.
Great mustache as well.
Yeah, he was elite. There was some really good performances from all of them. They just really they seemed to be having fun again, which was nice. Like they just really, the energy was there again of the fun Melbourne team that I like watching.
Do you think they were having fun because they were beating Christian Petrarca?
Maybe, but that's like talking of booing, they were booing, someone there was booing Petrarca. And I just thought, like, can we just move on, please? This is a whole
Up
thing,
in
like-
Queensland.
Yeah, there was like because I watched it again while I was working this morning because I feel like I had it on yesterday and we had somebody, like a friend over for coffee. So it was in the background, but I wasn't really listening to the commentary, and I thought I should probably watch it with the commentary on to see like what the vibe is that they're getting from this, because I had some opinions about some of the calls that the umpires, and then watched it again like in the background while I was working, and you could really hear it. Like when Petrarca had the ball, they booed him, like they were booing Rory up. I'm like, why though? Because after the game they were really friendly. Like just and I think it's this whole debate of, you know, oh, look at him, he wanted to play in front of a bigger crowd and all of that. And it was like, I get that. And it was a bit sour when it all happened, and it felt a bit horrible the way that he left, because it was all about Petrarca and not really about the bigger picture. But now I said to Josh the other day, I actually feel like I just feel sorry for him now. Like he left and had these delusions of grandeur and has gone to Gold Coast, and it's actually a steaming pile of shit. And he's like, he is a Norm Smith winner. Like he is a good footballer, and he's gone to play at this club that was supposed to be up and cut. Like I feel like they were supposed to be where Freo are this year. And
that's
instead,
what Dimmer did try and say. He did try and make a comparison.
And they've completely missed the mark. I don't know what's gone wrong, but you know, now we're talking about Dimmer being on coach watch and stuff, and Petrarca's just kind of faded into nothingness. Like he wasn't that influential in the game. He wasn't that powerhouse that we're familiar with. And I'm like, is this on, like, is he coming down the other side of the mountain now? Is he finished? Is he washed?
He hasn't been that powerhouse. He played like the first 4 or 5 weeks. He was insanely good. Like everyone was talking Brownlow this year and stuff. And then he got injured, was out for a few weeks, and then just has not returned to that form. He's been bad since then. Like I haven't seen a player fall off in one season this much before.
I think it would have been really nice this week, though, that Petrarca could just go straight home and get into bed. Considering Colin Tolstrup had already given him a bath.
I did see a tweet that compared it to like when you bump into your ex on the street and you're like, hey, how you doing? And they're like, great, really great. And you're like, yeah, me too. And like you look at them and they look really healthy and they lost weight and they've like got a promotion and they're hanging out with their friends and everyone's all happy. They got a new partner and they're just like having a great time, and you're just like, yeah, cool, me too.
Yeah,
anyway, I'm going to go
so
cook in my kitchen
tanned.
now. Yeah, there's a few people on the Melbourne team that I think really stepped up this week. Joel Fitzgerald and Colin Tolstrup did a great job on Christian Petrarca. Van Rooyen with another 3 goals. Like he is well and truly arrived, and that makes me so happy. Tari Sharp with another great week. Unfortunately, an injury to Blake Howes, which is another concern for next week, but it wasn't all bad for Gold Coast either, because I think McAndrew played a really good game. He was absolutely like diabolically brilliant with those
Until he gave away a 50 for dissent, which was funny.
Ethan Reid back in the side with 2 goals as well. He's just like a really young key forward who I think if Ben King does end up leaving, which it seems likely that he will, Ethan Reid is someone they should be putting time into significantly, because I think he has a very strong chance of just being a great forward for them. Apparently Bailey Humphrey is set to nominate Melbourne as his preferred destination, which I'm all for. He had a really good game, 2 goals, 12 disposals. As long as we don't give up pick 5, or is it pick 13 or that we have as well? Pick 5 and 13 we've got. And I don't think we should give those up for Bailey Humphrey, because I'd rather bring in the new young talent.
Also, it looked like the underrated players that we were chatting about last week all had pretty good games this week. Bowie did quite well. Carl Warner over at Freo had one of his best games ever.
Yeah, he did. He was everywhere.
Got all the coaches' votes.
I didn't know if it was, like when you buy a car or you start looking at cars and then you see the cars everywhere.
Yes.
Because I started noticing them so much. I noticed the commentary team talking about them. I noticed like Carl Warner's name being mentioned and obviously Bowie's and then Blake Howe's. And I was like, is this some weird psychological effect where I'm only paying attention because we talked about them, or are they actually just keeping on getting good?
You forgot to mention Riley West and his
Yes.
his eight disposals and 1 goal.
And it was also
Oh.
lovely to watch our son.
Yes,
Yes.
we were getting very hyped for Josh Dolan at the
Yeah.
pub.
Felt like a proud mum and dad. Jessie thought we were very weird.
Yeah.
Jesse's like, the podcast has changed since I've been on it. But another 16 disposals for our boy Josh. Hey, Josh, play the
Great
theme
name.
song.
Cats in the cradle and the silver spoon. The little boy, me and the man in the moon.
Yeah, you did good, son. We're proud of you. Another great game. Get him next week. You can get him next week. It's fine.
Keep it up, and we might be invited into the circle, like they had the dads in the circle or whoever it was. We could
Adelaide
be there as
game.
honorary
Adelaide.
parents.
The dads of the debutantes from Adelaide were invited into the circle to sing the club song after the Essendon game.
Cute.
I'm sorry, I'm just imagining like every other player there with their actual dads and then Josh Dolan standing there with
The four of us.
He has 4 podcast hosts in their 30s.
Here's my podcast.
And we're just there to go, my boy was just like me.
This is a good show, and I don't care what anyone says about us.
5 stars.
We're a good podcast. We're gonna crisscross over to the to the Geelong and Collingwood game. We had to take a little break, so I didn't really know. I forgot what I said to do the transition properly. So that's what we're sticking with. Play the theme song.
Crisscross will make ya. Crisscross will make ya. Crisscross will make ya.
Hey, Chris, you can introduce this game.
I didn't watch this game.
Keep going. They're gonna
Collingwood played.
skill.
Collingwood played Geelong. Geelong won by 25 points?
They
yes,
did.
25
Yeah.
points according to my maths. Dan McStay, 5 goals. Nice of him to actually have a good game. All of the talk that came out of this one, to be fair, all the talk that came out of this one was the tagging of Nick Dacos by Ocean Mullen. It was hyped up massively. There's a lot of the consensus that I've seen. Dacos ended up having 35 touches, but everyone's still saying that Ocean Mullen won the battle because Dacos wasn't that influential. I mean, he was one of the highest ranked players on the ground, but wasn't that influential with 35 touches. Does this kind of halter the run that Collingwood had? Does this stop the momentum? Or was this just an expected loss?
Great work, Chris. I think, very genuinely, I thought that Collingwood seemed to, over the last few weeks, just flicked a switch. Like, a bit like Freo, where they're just kind of, it's like real back and forth and real time. And then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, Collingwood is 6 goals clear. And I'm like, they can't keep doing this.
Ooh.
You can't keep doing
cockroaches.
this. Yeah.
Can't get rid of him.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. This is the Copa Cucaracha.
Yeah.
See, bien. The cats are the ultimate cockroaches. They never
In the cradle, yes.
in the cradle with the silver spoons. Yeah, but it felt like Geelong just held supremacy for most of the game. I don't think this was a dampener on Collingwood, but I think it probably shows that I wouldn't really expect this team to be rising, I guess, as much as we thought.
I actually just remembered I did watch this game. After all that, it felt like Collingwood were going to actually run over the top of them in the third quarter. They got it to within 16 points, and then they just could not kick a fucking goal. They just kept kicking behind. And then Geelong kicked away in the last. I honestly thought that Collingwood were going to make a real contest out of this in the third.
I think the trouble as well is that looking at where Collingwood are on the ladder, reasonably likely that they make wild card. I think Western Bulldogs, Geelong and Melbourne are kind of, and Brisbane, are sort of fighting for that top 6. Oh, sorry, and Adelaide as well.
I think
Like, those are
I think it'll likely be us versus Collingwood in the wildcard round.
Yeah, I think that'll be a really interesting match. So I don't think this is something they've got a relatively easy fixture as well coming up, don't they? But they've got West Coast this week. Yuck. Oh, Hawthorn, West Coast, Hawthorn, and Brisbane. Okay, maybe it's okay. It's not as easy as I thought. Maybe I'm thinking of Geelong because I think Geelong have Richmond, West Coast, and
Yeah, Geelong have an easy
Essendon.
run for sure.
Yeah, sorry, I got them confused.
Yeah.
What a finish to the year.
Yeah, right. Real tough.
Essendon, North, and Richmond. Yeah, for Geelong.
I think Oisin Mullen has probably been unsung for how good of a job he is doing all year. Dacos is an accumulator, we know that. So 35 touches and still losing the match by 25 points is probably reflective of his influence, at least creating pressure. But it's hard because both of these teams like to hype up their own players, so I don't know who to play.
I actually thought that the player who's doing a tagging job who's gone even more unsung than Mullen and who did a good job in this one was Ed Allen. He tagged Bailey Smith. And
What's
Bailey
his name?
Smith, Ed Allen,
Never heard of him, yeah.
he's been doing tagging jobs for Collingwood this year. He tagged Bailey Smith in this one. Smith had 28, however, a lot of those came in one quarter. I think it was the second quarter he had like 12 touches. And outside of that, his first, third, and fourth weren't that great. And even though he had 28, he legitimately did barely have an impact on the game. So, good job, Ed Allen.
I mean, this was the game with the new pre-show. We haven't discussed that
Yeah, I was going to
yet.
say, that was the hot kind of topic of all of this, wasn't it? Was all the pomp and circumstance from Collingwood in the pre-work, which obviously did nothing to help them win.
So, listeners, this game, Collingwood ran an alternative pre-game pre-show, I guess we'll call it, itinerary. Yeah. So the coin toss was done 90 minutes before the match in a back room in front of like the media panels. Those things are pull up and down. They then proceeded to have separate warm-ups, I believe. It was within the hour, I think, leading up to the start of the match. They had individual team warm-ups, but Collingwood came out and sort of had the whole of the G to themselves, and then Geelong came out and had the whole G to themselves. And then both teams came out probably about 90 seconds or so before the bounce. Not too long, maybe 2 minutes, sort of like a minute each. They didn't come out to their club songs. So I think Geelong came out to like Kraftwerk 500 and Collingwood came out to a Heads Will Roll remix, which I don't remember the name of the remix, but I know it's popular on TikTok and Instagram at the moment. Very different. Like there was a 10-minute light show that happened around the MCG, and then the bounce just kind of like siren went, bounce happened, and that was it. It's been quite divisive.
I like the attempt at doing something different. I like seeing the MCG differently. I like seeing the lights on the grass, like on the ground, all the other lights off and them doing lights. They also did, I don't know if Freo did this first, but I know it is done at Freo games where you like scan a QR code with your phone and then your phone is linked to the internal system and that's what flashes the lights in time with the music on your phone. So they do that at Freo games and I noticed them doing that. So it was all the flickering of everyone's phone lights. That's cool. But I think maybe where it missed the mark is that it maybe felt like the players didn't buy into it as much. I think if the players had come, when a New Zealand team comes out and does a haka, you're like, fuck yeah, that was so incredible. Like they're all completely in. This kind of felt like they were like, okay guys, let's go play our game. And then they just started playing.
Ollie Dempsey, when he was asked about it, said that he really liked it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he had the best game of his career, so he must have loved
he
it.
Did. I thought from what I saw from players, it was generally like, oh yeah, like it's kind of nice to just sort of come out and, we've already done our warm-ups and stuff like that, and then you sort of cool down, have a bit of a rest, and then you can go back out and just start work. So I don't know. I think some people, it depends on the player, right? Some of them probably enjoy that. Some of them probably, want to have that additional time to stretch and limber up and sort of feel the ground. So I think this was definitely an attempt at entertainment. Jess was telling me that, like, why does the coin flip have to happen 90 minutes before the game?
Why does the coin flip have to happen at all?
That's a divisive opinion.
Like,
That's
Why
a
not?
divisive question.
Why not just let the away team choose which end? Like, they don't have the home ground advantage. Give them the slightest advantage to get to choose which end they go towards. And on a night game at the G, like, what's the advantage? Kicking with your cheer squad? Okay, then let's just make sure we kick with our cheer squad
There's still
in the
wind
fourth
at the G.
quarter. Is not enough to.
Not as much as you, Taz.
Well, no, that's why they're building the stadium.
And there was no sun in their eyes at certain times of the game. I remember when Freo used to play at Subiaco, there'd be certain games in the afternoon on a Sunday where you couldn't see the ball to mark it because of the sun. So, yeah, on a was it a Saturday night? What Friday?
Thursday
What
night.
Thursday night? What's choosing an end? What's the advantage?
But if we don't have a coin flip, when will we see random men just rip
And
their
children.
hamstrings off the bone?
Yeah. Pulling hamstrings, rolling their ankles,
Yeah.
having hernias.
It's a great part of... I don't remember that one, but it's a great part of the game.
It's coming. It's coming.
If it happens this week, oh my gosh, Jess.
I don't know.
Sorry.
There's just little things, and I'm not a traditionalist in any sense, but there's little parts of the game that I feel like just what make the game quirky. And I feel like it's like the coin flip is one of those things, and playing the stupid songs written by Mike Brady is another thing. It's
Those ones
just
don't make
part
it
of it's just part of what makes the game the game. And I haven't seen the whole intro of the new run out. I've seen bits and pieces. I was very confused. Cassie had to explain to me off air before we started recording. I was very confused by the song that Collingwood ran out to because it just felt like it did not fit at all, but apparently it was fan voted. Fair enough. I don't know. I've said this plenty of times, but this just felt like the AFL just wanting so badly to be American sports. That was how it felt.
I mean, the fact that the song that Geelong uses is used by like a college football team, Penn State. Like,
yeah, I liked it. It's kind of where I sit.
I think if I was there and that was my team, yeah, all in. I am all in on that. There was something about watching Freo at Optus Stadium and being like, the Roof Rocker, and seeing the Roof Rocker there in person. Like, that's exciting.
Oh, Jess, did you say you saw a bagpipe?
There's bagpipes this year. They've doubled up. Yeah, the bagpipes joined in this year.
Soon enough, it's just going to be an entire band.
But Jess, I know you and I were quite opposed on this one.
Yes. I don't mind trying something new. I get that. I just don't understand why now and what was the point of it. Like, it felt very finals football, which great. If you wanted to do this maybe at like a gather round and have this as like, gather round, it's all different and
or
we're
going
to do this and or like something like that and make it a bit quirky and like this is just a one-off thing that we do here. But I do feel a bit more aligned to like what Chris was saying, where it's like there are certain things that happen in the game that make it what it is. And I think, like, why would you try and take away the personality of the AFL games? Like the coin flip, doing it on the ground, everybody running out through their banners to their team songs, like all of that is just, that's what AFL is about. So why would you try and kind of take that away to just play some generic fan voted music? Like, do that in your warm-ups or whatever. Like, the light show's fun. The fireworks felt incredibly over the top for just a round 21 game. Like, who's paying for all this shit? Of course it's Collingwood that have pulled something like this, like the love child of the AFL. Like, it feels like they just get to do whatever the fuck they want, and the AFL goes, yeah, nice idea. Good one, guys. Absolutely. We'd love to give that a try on one of your games.
Remember when they all wore gold numbers?
Yeah, like it's the same shit.
I guess because they have the biggest fan base, they just can.
Well, I think clubs are in charge of their pre-game setups,
Sure.
right? So the AFL doesn't. I don't think the AFL can step in and say like, you can do this, you can't do that, unless they're like,
But again, it does make a pretty solid case for a nighttime grand final with that.
Grand final, right?
That's what I was
like,
just thinking.
Yeah.
Could be exciting. You have all that, like They could do a whole drone show thing, light show things on the ground. Like, it would be epic
Drone show?
to do it at
Drone
night.
show.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Like, how sick would that be? You could do all sorts with like a drone show, and then you don't have the environmental impacts of the fireworks and all of that stuff. Like, everyone's a winner. Kids love it. It's not scary for animals. It would be great. Yeah, it just like, I didn't hate it to be like outraged about it, but at the same time, I just kind of watched it and was like, why are we doing this? Like, it feels a bit over the top to be doing on a Thursday night in July. But I guess good for you trying out something new. Sure, as long as it's not a regular thing. I really didn't like the coin toss being down in the rooms. I think either don't do it or do it on the ground before the game. It takes seconds to do the coin toss. Why did you move it? And it felt like it was in like the stock room. Like, God knows where. Like, they just chucked a couple of those banners up, and you're like, yeah, but like, where are you guys? Are you just in the bowels of the MCG
The smelly boot
at
room.
like 2:00 on a Thursday? And you brought like the one like, isn't it part of the fan experience to be like out on the middle of the MCG to get to do it?
Well,
It
they usually
feels like
get
it's a bit.
sponsorship people, don't they? So unless it's
But
like a charity
they've had
game.
like, like they've had kids come out and do it or whatever. Like, it feels like a bit of an opportunity of like a cool experience for somebody to go and do the coin toss. And it's less exciting if it's just in the storeroom of the MCG somewhere. Okay, yeah, cool. And you can't actually come to the game. You have to be here 2 hours before to do the coin toss, and then we can send you home.
Well, speaking of being sent home, Carlton very firmly sent Brisbane back home with a 76-point drubbing, which is crazy in itself. But the biggest thing from this game is Carlton kicked 154 points. 154
Absolutely
points.
disgusting.
24 goals, 10 behinds. Just what?
Yeah. Yes, what did I write in the notes? So what the hell do we make of this? Like, I don't know. I don't know.
I was watching Spider-Man while this game was on.
Better than
And-
Scary Movie 2?
Scary Movie 2 is a
Oh,
classic.
5? Scary Movie 5? What are we up to?
6. Scary Movie 6.
Yeah.
No, I was watching the new Spider-Man while this was on, and I came out of the movies and I looked at my phone and I was like, what the fuck happened there?
Mm.
Like waking up in an alternate universe.
That's what it felt like.
Am I still on the same planet?
I just love on this kind of a game where you see 24 goals, you look at the player list and it's just like, you get a goal, you get a goal, you get a goal.
Yes.
Just
I
every
think
player.
they said 16 goal scorers for Carlton or
Crazy.
something in the post match. Fuck me, that's
But
incredible.
none for Patrick Cripps.
I know, that was sad, wasn't it? It was his 250th.
Mm.
And I didn't understand why they were cheering for him to get a goal at the end, and then it clicked afterwards and was like, oh no, that would have been nice for him. Like, I was thinking he must have been on like 9 goals or something in the game, and they just wanted to get the
just
round
0.
10. No, just 1, please.
But again, this looked like a club that were having fun. Like,
Yeah.
there's some of their goal celebrations, and I mean, you kick 24 goals, you're going to have fun. You beat the Premier, the last year's Premiers. You're going to have some fun.
Yeah,
What
I like
was-
that. The walking
Mhm.
walking celebrations from both of them. That was really cool.
What was crazy about this one as well is obviously everyone's saying Josh Fraser like has to be the full-time coach. Like, how do you say no? But what was crazy is it's since come out that his dad passed away on Thursday
Mm.
and he still coached the game. Like, every right to just say, no, not rocking up. Still went, still coached, and they absolutely fucking thrashed the reigning premiers.
And he just
And
didn't,
he didn't tell
mention
anyone.
anyone. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it feels like every week something new comes out about like something happens with Carlton, or they like have a really good win, or then news like this comes out, and I'm just struggling to find a reason for them not to give him the job. Like, I know he's saying no to it, and it's him that seems to be driving this. Like, I don't want to be the coach. I don't want this, not my pathway or whatever. But it really feels like the universe is saying that this is where you're meant to be right now, Josh Fraser. Maybe take some of the signs. Like, it's clearly things are working.
It'd be funny
surely.
if whoever gets the position they then go on a 2 or 3 game losing streak, and then they're just like, come back, Josh. Like, I know he's still going to be at the club, but like, Josh, just tell me what to do.
That's
Just give it a
the
crack.
that's the weird thing. If he doesn't get it and someone else, because clearly the players are playing for him, like they've bought into his vision and his game. So if you all of a sudden don't have that and someone else comes in, there's no guarantee the players are going to actually kind of click with that person and buy into him. So it does create a bit of an awkward situation for whoever does come in.
Yeah, well, you'd hate to be whoever does. If it's not going to be Josh Fraser, I wouldn't want it to be me to do that. Like, you don't want to be going up against this.
You wouldn't want to
Being
be you wouldn't want to be an unemployed coach at the moment, because you go to Carlton, you got Josh Fraser hanging over your head. You go to Essendon, you got James Hird hanging over your head. Just Ken was right. He took the right job.
You got offered the right job. We shall move on now to the 5th quarter for this. Cass, you've prepared a 5th quarter for us.
I have. I took a little bit of inspiration from our fucked up conversation last week of where we
Which
were,
one?
where we were talking about Beauty and the Beast, and we cast that Eagles player as Gaston. I thought he would make a lovely Gaston. He had a great jawline.
Oh, Marcus Herbert?
That's the one. And I thought, hey, what if I give each of you guys a Disney movie and you recast said movie characters with football players? I said football players, current, past, media personalities, mascots, whoever you want within the AFL world, you can recast them, kind of main speaking roles. And all 3 of you said yes, quite enthusiastically. So privately, I have given you all a Disney movie.
Always yes and.
So yeah, who would like to take it away? Tell us what movie I gave you.
Have you done one?
I didn't do one.
What the fuck?
I'm hosting the... I could do one. Oh my gosh. But I didn't
You're probably
prepare
on
one.
the spot
Prepare
anyway.
the
Here's my
spot,
notepad.
I prepared the 5th quarter. I'm hosting the 5th quarter. The host doesn't get
Cass
involved.
pulls out a script.
Okay, so if he's Gaston, then BT is LeFou. Oh, actually, maybe I could do this. Let's start with Clarky.
I assumed rewrites were okay in my recast, so I've actually changed the movie slightly. But you gave me Lion King.
Oh, yes, I gave you The Lion King.
And if you think of someone who cannot wait to be king, I think of Nick Dacos. Cannot wait to be king of the AFL. Now, in order to make this work, this means that Mufasa has to be Peter Dacos.
Yeah.
And Scar obviously is Josh Dacos.
Yeah, unless he's got... Yeah, did Peter have a famous... No, never mind. That's working.
Yeah, so I think this kind of, instead of it being a uncle-nephew rivalry, is now a brother-brother rivalry, I think plays better for the screen. And that was my initial thought, and I kind of worked backward from there using the Collingwood Football Club. Zazu, I believe, is best suited to be Steel Sidebottom.
Like you've just kept it in the club. Yep.
Yeah, no, hey,
yeah.
I'm doing it properly, I think. Yeah, maybe it's just my brain that's wrong. Steel Sidebottom as Zazu. Older, wiser, bald. I don't know how that plays into it, but it feels right.
No, he gives Bird that energy.
Yeah.
He's given... I can see it.
If not
He's got a
Bird
real
energy.
shiny head at the moment. His head is real pale. I think he's really gunning for summer. He needs a tan on his head.
And birds love summer.
Yeah.
Famously, all the birds, if you ask them, 10 out of 10 birds agree. Summer, it's for me. The role of Rafiki obviously goes to the oldest and wisest player on the Collingwood football list, Scott Pendlebury. To guide young Dacos into killing his brother, I guess, is what I'm implying here. And I forgot all the other characters. I'm going to go with Pumbaa is probably... I couldn't decide between Brayden Maynard, because Pumbaa is always headfirst into a fight, like not really thinking, but then I didn't want to glorify him because he's kind of a piece of shit. So...
He
Fair.
is.
Valid.
Yeah, he is. So I think I am going to go with... I'm going to give it to BT. you know what? I'm going to shift outside of Collingwood at the last minute. And then obviously the role of Timon will be played by Broden Kelly. Because why not? And then there's only one role left to cast in this beautiful, beautiful movie, and that's the role of Nala, which is going to be Darcy Moore.
Ah,
Because
Beautiful.
he's just he strikes me as a good, beautiful man.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing wrong with that. How'd I do?
That's great.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Grade me. I'm taking questions in a
I
limited
feel
capacity.
like you made it harder for yourself keeping it just within one club, but
Is
I
that
think
not worth extra points?
Sure, you got a B plus.
This is fucked.
You asked.
All right, Jess, you are next.
Oh, God. Okay, so I got The Little Mermaid. And I've gone on a bit of a tangent, and Josh and I have really just been rolling with this for the last 24 hours. And we've actually rewritten part of the song to go along with this, just to go all in. But first, you need to know who the cast members are.
Yes, we do.
So, Ariel, who is desperately trying to escape from his own situation and wants to be somewhere else that he thinks the grass is greener. Our boy, Zach Merritt, wants to be part of that Hawk world.
He wants to be part of any other world.
Any other world.
Literally any other world. His chubby-cheeked sidekick, Andy McGrath.
Also kept it within the club.
Yeah. We're very on brand, on theme here. Sebastian, Brad Scott.
With his little Jamaican accent. That's classic Brad Scott.
It's just classic Brad Scott's shenanigans.
Look, without disparaging somebody, Brad Scott does seem like a guy who would do an accent for a laugh. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's offensive. I'm just saying that it seems like the kind of guy who would do one for a cheap laugh.
Scuttle, Nick Watson.
The seagull.
Yeah. Big character. Big boy in the film. He's important. Ursula, we've got Tom Petroro. If you don't know who that is, that's Zach Merritt's old manager who did the trade deal. Or not.
Oh, no.
Didn't get it across the line.
Promised him the world.
Took his voice.
Sold him a lemon.
Took his voice. Actually, yeah, kind of.
Yep.
While he's signing on the line, poor unfortunate soul.
Ripping up the contract before he can finish it. Just kidding. King Triton, Andrew Welsh, president, for those who don't know, because I didn't actually know his name. And then Prince Eric is, of course, Sam Mitchell.
Interesting. Oh, yeah, because he's like, come on over, baby.
Come
on over, give me a big kiss or whatever.
I think that's what happens.
You got a big fish leg.
I think I love you, but you don't speak, so I don't know. But you're pretty hot, eh?
Yeah, wow. Yeah, that movie kind of sucks.
This woman that doesn't speak, she's the perfect woman.
Cass, I really needed you to say that. Because just not the right jokes coming out of my mouth.
Yeah, don't worry. I got there for you. No, that's lovely. I just picturing Christian Petrarca with a beautiful red mane of hair. I really thought maybe you might go with Ed Richards, but,
That's what I thought.
He was up there on the list, and then we started to look a bit deeper. Josh has got the film studies. He implored me to look at the bigger meaning around all of this, not just the literal. I did say if we're going literal, it's got to be my boy Ed Richards. But alas, here we are.
The way this played out in our house was just going, oh my God, I need to do my homework. And I'm like, well, how much have you done? She's like, none of it. And I'm like,
I've got Ed Richards.
Let's work on this.
I've got the reddest hair in the AFL.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. And now something about a song?
So we then started singing Part of Your World in various different lines between us. And obviously reworking the lyrics to fit our new cast members. And I haven't recorded it because I'm not that bitch, but I have got the lyrics written down. I do not have the confidence to be doing that all the time, quite frankly. But we workshopped this between both of us having showers this evening, shouting over the cubicle glass, "What about this? Put this line in." It was good.
I feel like all
So we've just
parents
gone
know
with
that the best songs are written in the shower.
Yes. Well, we figured we're always reinventing various songs for our dogs and for our child.
Yeah. They make
so
up
we're
a
a
great
bit of
songs
a-
while changing nappies.
Yes.
Yep.
It's great. I actually, on a tangent, Elsie has a book that has different fruits in for the alphabet. And as a joke, one day I sang it to the tune of the phonics song that we sing her. Like A is for apple, apple. And now she will not read that book unless I sing it to her. And it's got the most fucked like fruits and vegetable. And it's not vegetables, but it is because it's got a zucchini in there at Z. So, and she, every time I tried to read it normally, no, mummy, sing it. Okay, great.
Yeah,
So
here
this
we
is just
go.
my bit now in the house. Cool.
Guess what V is for?
Vendetta.
V is for velvet banana.
A
Velvet pink banana,
Really scraping the bottom of the barrel.
which is really hard to say in a song. But I
Enough
want to be where the
stolen,
finals
Clark.
are. Oh, don't talk over my line, you bastard. I want to be where the finals are. I want to see all the people cheering. What's a Brownlow? And how do you, what's the word? Win? Being a bomber don't get you far. Wins are required for making prelims. Wouldn't it be great then to join a team that's, what do you call it? Top 10? Down with the whiz, away from that mess, where I can play all day at UTAS. Finals for me, wish I could be part of the Hawks.
Please, Clarky, insert an applause in
Yeah,
there.
sorry, I'll have it queued up.
That was lovely. That was really good.
I am taking a bow, but you can't see me, so
taking a
imagine
taking
it.
a bow. It was lovely. It was really good. Now, Chris, for the finale,
Beat that.
did you
What?
write lyrics to a song?
I didn't write a song or rewrite the story. I just tried to match people. So I had Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, which I was pretty happy about when Cass sent it through.
Ah, you must have been channeling that to me because I was convinced that was what I had. And then I had to check the notes and I didn't have it. And I was like, oh, that's good because I would have just cast somebody really inappropriate as all of the dwarfs.
You could have
So
done
I'm
my
keen.
homework.
Show
for
me what you've got.
So starting off, we've got Doc, which is, of course, Sam Davidson, who is studying to become a doctor. Makes sense.
Oh,
I love that you're starting with the dwarves.
Yeah, why wouldn't I?
Yeah, no, good.
The movie's about them.
Grumpy, which is Damien Hardwick.
Yeah.
nice. Get that? Yeah.
Happy, I went with Bob Murphy. 'Cause he just always seemed like a pretty happy guy. Sleepy, I've gone with Ross Lyon. Old Sleepy Ross.
Yep.
Bashful. Now, this was a hard one. So this is where I did twist things a little bit. So Bashful is Noah Bolter because he bashes cunts.
Oh,
So, unfortunately, he's the only dwarf with a
criminal record.
criminal.
Yes.
I was going to say a curfew.
A curfew.
He's the only one who's not allowed out at night.
That's right. They do all their work during the day and then they go home.
Sneezy, we've gone with Bailey Smith.
Why? What's up his
oh.
nose?
On
Why
the
would he be
nose.
sneezing?
I don't know.
No.
Don't know. Allegedly.
No, I'm pretty sure it's
And-
a pretty clear video.
Dopey. This might anger some people in the podcast. Dopey, we've gone with Luke Jackson.
No,
Actually,
we
this might
discussed
anger
this on
all of you.
Friday.
Yeah,
This is fine.
Really, my choices there were Luke Jackson or Taylor Walker.
Horse?
No, I mean, if there was an arrogant dwarf, then that would be.
He can be he's the
have a-
pony that the prince rides in on.
Yeah. Then we've gone with Snow White. I went with Daisy Pierce.
Oh, cute. I like
Alita.
that.
Yeah, Alita. She's going to lead the little fucked up group behind her.
Yeah, no.
And her skin is white as snow.
Yeah.
Sorry, Clarky's reaction then just got me.
It's unnecessary, the fucked up little group.
But think about
I mean, it is, though.
Exactly.
Put all those people in
That's
the
what I was
same
going
outfit
for. It's
in a room.
The evil queen. I don't know. I didn't feel good writing this one, but I just felt like it fit. The evil queen, we've gone with Caroline Wilson.
Mm.
I just feel like she plays the villain.
Mhm.
She's the villain. And then with the witch, we've gone with Sam Newman.
Yeah.
Mainly because of the nose.
And he's so old.
Typecast.
Yeah,
Got it.
and he's an evil cunt.
Wonderful.
Sorry, I've now said the C word twice in this episode.
And who would you cast as the all-seeing, all-knowing mirror on the wall?
Oh, I forgot about the mirror on the wall.
It's the main character.
Hey, I had to Google what all the dwarfs were.
I love
So-
that. Yeah, I love that you did the witch and the evil sorceress.
Queen.
Where
Yeah,
they're
they're
the
the same
same.
person.
They're the same
Well,
person.
they are two
Are they?
personalities, though.
Yeah.
Two sides of the same coin.
No. Yep. You know.
Let's
yep.
not poke holes in my homework.
He did his homework. We're very
Yeah.
proud.
What about the
Um,
prince?
And,
the all-seeing,
prince.
all-knowing eye will go with Andrew Dillon.
Right. And you didn't cast Prince Charming?
I did not know that Prince Charming was in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
I
Different Prince
appreciate that
Charming
Chris
to
is
Sleeping
like
Beauty,
Snow
but
White
also-
definitely got herself out of this situation.
That's what I thought. I thought she just led the dwarfs.
She eats the apple and chokes on it and is in a
Oh,
coma in a glass
yeah.
case, and then the prince wakes her up with true love's kiss.
Shrek.
Different movie, but same premise. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Oh, well done.
Prince Charming will go Will Ashcroft.
Perfect.
works.
Yeah.
Classic.
He looks,
Yeah.
he looks
Born
great.
for
Speaking
the
of
role.
Shrek,
Exactly.
I saw Chris. Don't worry.
Great. And that's it.
Don't grade mine.
Oh, I didn't grade them. No, I don't.
Oh,
I
good.
don't grade people for hard work. Just Clarky.
No, you hear that? Jess and Chris ungraded. Clarky B+, which means I win the fifth order this week. And listeners, you win by getting to now leave this podcast and spread the good word of the Falcon. Thank you so much for listening. Remember, you can follow us on socials at Falcon Footy Pod on Twitter, X, and Instagram. You can follow us individually. Jess, where can people find you?
At Swanky Jess. 2 Y's.
And Cass?
You can follow me at Cass Badge.
Chris?
Lowry_16.
And you can find me at Quantum JC. Make sure you jump onto your listening platform of choice and give us a rating and review. Make sure you tell your friends about us. Make sure you jump in the comments, and you might be randomly assigned homework like we assigned to Cass's mum, who still has yet to eat a purple cannoli as far as I'm aware.
I think so.
Keep up the good fight, Grace. We'll follow you up again next week. Until next week. See you then.
Goodbye.
See you.
Bye.
The entire team at the Falcon Footy Pod would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians and cultures of the lands and seas on which we live and record this podcast. We pay our respects to all First Nations peoples, elders, and ancestors, and thank them for their continued connection and contribution to this country's national game.